Hi guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. Yes, it's true. I am live streaming on Instagram, even though it's super lame. Instagram is so lame. They do have some nice filters sometimes, like this one. The Wednesday, it is 10:49. October 27th. It means 5 more days till the election starts and stops. Hopefully. Our last election lasted a couple of months, so hopefully this one is not like that. Similar to this one though, similar to the last. Election is the State Department is moving around, guys. We've got the unelected spooks spooking away, bro. Maybe it's because they don't know if the Republicans are gonna get back into power, and they've been yelling at the Republicans for like 4 years. These fucking spooks. Secretary Blinken is the FBI's bitch. And, of course, Joe Biden is the Pentagon's bitch. There's been a lot of movement in both places, the FBI and the Pentagon. Today, we have the Pentagon favors U.S. sale of more than $500 million. $500 million worth of armed drones to Qatar. But the State Department is wary. Ooh, the State Department is so concerned, aren't they? We're so concerned we're going to send Qatar $500 million of armed drones. Armed drones. So, I'm going to make a point now that you partisans might not remember. I don't know if you know where Qatar is. Qatar is basically... Qatar is in the Saudi lands with the Shahs. Yes, the Saudis are allies. We conquer Syria together. We drone strike the Middle East together. Tried to get Iran's oil. They don't want oil anymore. Now they want weapons. Now, drones are all the rage. They've been all the rage ever since we started drone striking the Middle East after 9/11. Everybody's got a drone now. You'll remember that Qatar and the Syrian princes, or not the Syrian princes, the Saudis, they did a genocide in Yemen. They did a genocide in Yemen. They sold our weapons to Al Qaeda, our allies. This is true. This is true, guys. Not only did they sell our own weapons to Al Qaeda, the people that attacked us on 9/11, but they also did a Yemenis genocide with our weapons that we sold them. Now we're selling $500 million more worth of armed drones to Qatar. We are just expanding the death count, guys. Are we or are we not? Now, it's so funny how the last 5 days before an election, you get to see the politics being played, guys. You get to see what everything was meant to be at the get-go. And what they were pretending, they were shucking, jiving, sidestepping this whole entire time. But now, their plans, their politics is coming into fruition. All of their real plans are coming into fruition, guys. We have top Dems put a squeeze on, you guessed it, social spending deal as Manchin cinema talks resume. Now, guys, I keep telling you, these Democrats, they do not want to tax the rich. They don't want to do anything to hurt their donors. Their donors were the first people funded before us. Remember that. Then it was the National Endowment of the Arts, before we got $1,200 in the CARES Act. Now top Dems, let's not forget minimum wage in the Senate parliamentarian. Now the top Dems put a squeeze on a social spending deal. You know why that is, right? You know why they're going ahead now, before the election, to put a freeze on the spending deal, because they didn't want it at all anyway. They didn't want it anyway. Nancy Pelosi, she wanted to do something for the children. She didn't want it anyway. These people fake their principles and values. They try to relate to you. They do it better than me. But they're lying. It's weird, guys. I know. These guys, they're very good liars, I guess, to you. Even though Nancy Pelosi just said, thank you for your sacrifice, George Floyd. She's literally a psychopath. But, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, so let's just not get it twisted. This is what I've assumed this entire time. This is why I didn't really even talk about the budget reconciliation. Because as soon as Bernie Sanders was involved in that, and then he wanted to help actual people, guess what? Deal off. There ain't gonna be no bill, like Nancy Pelosi said, about the other bill that they're all behind. A bipartisan bill, guys. So there's a recurring theme in this bipartisanship. Let me just tell you this. When it was a bipartisan to inflict the Patriot Act on our civil liberties, when it was bipartisan to walk ourselves into Iraq and cause a vacuum of power, now it's a bipartisan infrastructure bill, guys. Do you know what that means? That means they're back robbing us hand in hand together. Just later. That's literally what's happening. And that's why the Republicans didn't destroy the Democrats when they really could have, guys. And not just the Republicans. These Democrats are literally held up by only two things. They're held up by institutions, which are colleges and liberal areas of thinking. Yes, it's true. Most public colleges get funded by Democrats. So academia is all up in their grill. And then they're technocrats from Silicon Valley who censored the Hunter Biden story and said that it was a hacked story, even though it was a lie. The fact checkers lied. It was not hacked. Hunter Biden confirmed it was his laptop. And he left it at the computer repair shop. So this is what's been happening all together, guys. They're playing little patty cakes. You think they're really pissed off at each other? Oh, it caused inflation. Oh, no. These guys go one on top of the other. George Bush walks us into Iraq. Barack Obama expands the wars. Trump fucking gets all his military equipment. Biden fucking leaves it. I don't know what Biden's doing. He's a demented old man. But one thing's for sure. Nancy Pelosi, she knows what she's doing. And she knew from the get-go that these progressives, she's expecting them to fold. She's expecting AOC and the squad to fold at the last minute like usual, because they do. They're cowards. What can we expect? Nancy Pelosi is very smart. She's a very smart woman. Give her that. One more story. We have Fauci roasted over, the dogs, the dog story. Dude, check out this. Go to Forbes Breaking News. Forbes Breaking News on YouTube. It's where I get all my little clips. You've got to see Rand Paul go completely apeshit crazy on Fauci. And then on The Hill, we have Rising. We have Glenn Greenwald. He goes scorched earth on that shit. So check that out. But I'm not gonna show you the clips actually, cause do I show y'all too many clips? I don't know. What? So guys, how are my dog people out there? Are y'all still trusting the science? It's hard to trust anything nowadays, guys, when we're all being postured, sold to, and politics. So will you give them what they want in 5 days? Probably. They're very confident you are. Nancy Pelosi is already shutting down the social spending. She feels like she knows what's going to happen. It's not her first rodeo. It's not mine either. I tend to agree with Nancy Pelosi that the squad will fold. Republicans will gain seats in the Senate. And Joe Biden's agenda will never be realized. Because guess what? He never wanted it anyway. He's lying to you. Domination politics.